Hi, this is Michelle Dale for virtualassistant-live.com and valive.tv. Now, over on the blog today, I've done a post for virtual assistants or anybody working online as an online service provider, really, on how to structure, delegate, and coordinate within your multi-VA company. Now, some people may consider that a multi-VA company might be simply a company that hires several VAs and then basically will hire that VA out to a client, but it doesn't work like that in my company. And I have a particular structure that I've set up within my company that allows me to work with several skilled professionals and not just give a client a virtual assistant and then let them carry out the task for the client. What we do is we delegate the tasks to skilled professionals within the team who are dedicated to certain tasks and certain projects. So in the blog post, I've gone through a scenario of a potential client and what we might be doing for that client. But I want to actually walk you through the blog post on this video so you get more of an idea of what I'm describing in the post to help you out with the structure of your own multi-VA company. Okay, so first of all, as you can see on my screen here, I've opened up my Active Collab project space and I have a demo account. This is an account I use to do screencasts and training. But basically the structure of my company is there is myself, I am the CEO, I'm an online business manager and a consultant. I then have 3 managers: administration and general operations, design and technical development, and content and search engine optimization. And those managers each have small teams or groups of people that are dedicated to tasks, particularly within that area that the manager is skilled in. So basically what happens is generally I work with the 3 managers on the team, and then those 3 managers will work with their own individual teams. So this takes away the whole aspect of micromanaging for me because I only sort of deal directly really with the 3 managers on the team. It kind of frees up my time and everything gets done that way. So as we go down here, you will see on the blog post I've given you a scenario of a potential client coming to us for multiple tasks. Now, with a multi-VA company or with any kind of company, it may appear that if you're offering a whole bunch of services and it looks or appears that you're doing it all yourself, then it'll kind of make you look like a jack of all trades and a master of none, which is why I emphasize on my site and also to my clients on the consultation that I do hire people who are skilled in the particular aspects and particular areas of the different tasks and projects that they are looking to do. It's important for me that the client understands that it's not just one VA doing everything, and they will have the various skilled professionals working with them on the various tasks. So let's first go through the scenario, and I'm going to show a little, I'm going to basically take you on a tour of the office here of the project management space, which will help you understand a little bit better what I'm discussing in the scenarios. Okay, so I've created a client called Joe Blogs, and he's looking for a blog manager, an SEO expert, customer support team, a website developer, and a social media assistant. We can offer all of these services within Virtual Miss Friday. However, it is not one VA going to be doing everything for the client, and that is where the coordination element of this post actually comes in. So let's go down to the delegation element, and as you can see, he would like a blog manager to post blog posts, write articles, and update the blog daily. I'll assign this to the content and search engine optimization manager because we would like our writers, our skilled writers, to actually write these blog posts. But once the blog posts are written, we will not ask our writers to upload those onto the blog. We will ask our admin team because we would like our writers to be dedicated to what they do best, and that is just writing. We don't necessarily need them to be able to update blog posts as well. So what we do is we would set up a discussion with the client just to notify him that the project has started. The discussions tab is on the right hand side here, and I'm just going to show you this. So basically each project or each assignment would have its own discussion, so we were able to segment and liaise with the client on individual tasks rather than have everything lumped together in one. With regards to the workflow I mentioned, with regards to creating articles and then posting them, because we're using two separate parts of the team, we would go into recurring tasks, which is the tab here, and we would create a new recurring task that would come in periodically when we needed the blog post written, and that would be assigned to a ticket here, and the ticket here would have all the information. As you can see, there's a few sort of dummy tickets in here which I've created. So that would have all the task information on it, and then a recurring task would be created. So periodically when we needed the blog post written, they would come in, the SEO and content manager would handle all the blog posts being written with the team. They would then upload them onto the ticket and then assign the ticket to the admin and general operations manager, who would then make sure that those posts were actually posted on the client's blog. Very simple, two-step repetitive workflow. The next scenario I've added is an SEO expert. Now this would be assigned directly to my content and search engine optimization manager. What I personally would do was create a discussion in here with all the notes and information that I'd already discussed with the client with regards to this project. For example, on the consultation, I would put all that information here into a new discussion. I would then assign it to the content manager, who would then look at the notes and then liaise directly with the client, ask him any questions, etc. Because obviously he is the right man for the job. He is the search engine optimization manager. He's the one with the experience. So he would liaise with the client, he would come back to me, we'd have a meeting, and then I would issue an estimate to the client for the work that has been discussed between the manager and the client. The client would then accept that, and we would go ahead and continue on the discussion, and my content and SEO manager would ensure that everything has been implemented for that client. The second scenario is the customer support team. So this client would also like somebody to handle all of his incoming email, general inquiries, and also somebody to manage his diary and appointments. For this, again, we would create a new discussion, more of a general discussion for the admin team, where they could talk to him about appointments and calendar entries and that type of thing. And again, we would also create a ticket, because the ticket is where the time is logged for this client, so we can charge everything back. And it's also where we store all the information. So basically with this, we have information stored on everything that's applicable, links, links to discussions, links to other areas of the office. Everything is located on the ticket for easy access. With regards to customer support, we'd also create a list of frequently asked questions in like a back office area. You could use something like WordPress or Adobe Business Catalyst for this. It really depends on how you want to structure things with your client. Sometimes if it's not a really big client, we'll just simply use a discussion to add frequently asked questions on. The next thing is website developer to create sales pages for the new products he launches and just generally keep his website updated. Now, all of this would be delegated to the design and technical development manager. Again, a discussion is created for each individual project he would like to do. So we'd go back to discussions again. We would create a discussion which basically was for the individual sales pages that he wanted created. So each individual project would have a discussion. If you want to collectively group information, like for example, just for the websites or just for the content and SEO manager, that type of thing, you have the option to create milestones and then assign tickets and discussions to the milestones. So you can do this perhaps by manager. So you could have, each manager will have a milestone. And then all their individual discussions and things will go under that, but obviously some discussions will be merged between two of the managers. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do that. But with regards to the tickets, as you can see here, when they go under milestones, this is what happens. And you can also move them into different milestones depending on who's responsible. At this stage, if content is required and we don't want to create another huge ticket for that, say for example, this is a ticket for the sales page and the client has asked us to create content. What the technical design and technical development manager can do is create a new task on here and assign it to the content and SEO manager, saying that we need sales page content for this client in order to complete the project. And there should already be a link to the discussion on the ticket, but just for ease of use or to make it easier, the manager would then add a link to the discussion. So the content and SEO manager could literally click the link, go and see the discussion, discuss with the client on the project about the content required, complete this task so they know that that's done, and then set the wheels in motion to actually create that sales page content. Once it's created, he would then come and write a comment on this ticket, attach the content here once he's approved it with the client, and then the technical design and technical development manager will then know that that's the content that they need to use. So again, it's not the same people doing everything. It's the web developers are doing the web development, the writers are doing the writing, and everything basically comes together in one place. So it works out best this way because everyone is doing what they do best. And finally, we have a social media assistant to post updates on Twitter and Facebook. So again, this is a very, very simple process. We'll set up a discussion as we were doing in the discussion section for the social media updates. And basically, there won't be too much liaison with the client because obviously it's just updating their Twitter and Facebook and everything. We may have if I've had an initial discussion with the client on a consultation or, in a meeting, I will generally put all the notes in about what they want from their social media, links to different places, giving the social media assistant as much information as possible on what the client requires. And then what will happen is she will basically do her thing. She will liaise with he or she will liaise with the client, obtain any kind of login information, etc., because really this is all kind of middleman stuff. And when you've got a multi-VA team, when you've got multiple clients and multiple VAs that you're working with, ideally you want to go the most direct route as possible. You want to cut out any kind of middleman. So for example, if you have a multi-VA team and you are the one kind of coordinating everything with the client, and you have a lot of clients, then it's going to take up massive amounts of your time. And, because of this, it obviously will affect your bottom line because you will have less time to do other things or deal with other clients. For me, because I like to do mostly management and consulting in my business now, I don't feel that I need to be the one always asking the client if, they have a login for this area or, it needs to be cut out. That element of your business needs to be cut out in order to have a well-structured, sort of seamless, efficient team environment going on. And that's really basically it. I mean, if I go to the home project space here, you can see that we have all these other little bits and pieces and all these tabs, and they all play a part in the business. But I wanted to give you a kind of very brief overview of how we do the kind of delegation here. You'll see that all the team members relevant to the project are here on the right hand side, and you get a list of the milestones which are going on and things like this here. And a rundown of the tickets. And this is why I like to use Active Collab. It's quite comprehensive, it's quite versatile. We can have multiple projects set up, and each product is basically considered a client, plus a few internal projects we've got going. So it's a really, really good system for delegation. With regards to what the client sees, they basically see the discussions, but when we create the tickets, as you can see here, some of them have the red dots on the side. So these are considered private tickets because we don't want the client to see everything that is going on, all the back and forth liaison. All we want the client to see really is what we need from them and what they need to know on the discussions. Everything involving, talking with the team, small task assignments, discussions between the team. It's all kept privately. With these little red dots, and you can also have private discussions if you want to set up those between the team, but we usually find that tickets are sufficient to do this. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions whatsoever, please go to the blog post. The link will be with this video, and you can ask any questions in the comment section on the actual post itself. I hope this helps, and I'll see you on the next video.